Good afternoon, depending on where you are. Um, don't know what direction this is going to go in, but let's do it. So, do I have an eye booger? Is that an eye booger? Like right there. Is that one? No, it's not. Okay, let me get out my face. Okay, so it is September 22nd. Hold on. Yes, it's September 22nd. My day started early, but before I get on that, um, my life has been, not even just my life, like even myself alone, um, has been going through some kind of change. I feel it. I feel it in me. I feel it around me. And I don't know what to make of it, but I'm just going with the flow. And going with the flow has honestly been something that I've been regularly seeing. Another thing that has, I don't know if I already talked about this or not, or maybe it was a video that I was going to do, but decided not to, or if I wrote it somewhere else, because I have many different things that I write in. But before going with the flow popped up, it was lean not into your own understanding. God, I know I wrote this down somewhere. But the song that I really like, that's like the first verse of the song. It's not even a church song. Yeah. And then I heard it again somewhere else. Dang, I know I wrote it down somewhere, but whatever. Yeah, I know I did. I know that I wrote it down somewhere because I remember what I said after that. But anyways, maybe that's for another time. But I've just been kind of reflecting on my life. Just the events, this entire month leading up until even this morning. And, every day is a new day. I'm taking it in small doses, trying not to get overwhelmed, because it's a lot. It's a lot that's on my plate right now. And where did the sun go? Okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this, but I mean, it's very kind of relevant to what I was writing this morning. So, I was watching something on TV, and the lady was saying how, like, her, and let me say this, I'm not saying this to, like, bash Christians or Christianity or anything like that. I'm just, again, it's my life. I'm just speaking on my perspective of things. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. So this lady, she chose to, the show I was telling you about, where, I'm kind of relating to the lady and what's going on with her. So, she chose to divorce her husband because of just how, just how the things in her life are changing, how she's changing, and their dynamic changed. And so, yeah. And their Christian community that they're in, that she's a part, well, either is or was a part of, some of them didn't take too kindly to her divorcing. Some understood, some didn't. And as I've mentioned, I met someone that was a Christian, And that only lasted like 2 weeks. I told my two oldest girls about it. And one of them asked me, well, how would you feel if they were going to, try to convert you? How do you think that's going to work? And I'm just like, I'm just going to, just see how it goes because, this was, I really, liked this person. I was also, just right off, just concerned how, like, their values and the things that they believed in versus, my life and things I do for, just in that aspect. I just wondered how that was going to mix. And, I used to try to always keep conversation, just to kind of keep the temperature of, that. And, ultimately, they were trying to convert me and I wasn't for it. And, I'm not going to say that this was a bad person. I mean, I absolutely loved how just, I don't know, like they would pray and, they knew scripture and, what else? I mean, just 10 toes in, what they believed in. But some of the things that kind of turned me off about it was, like, for example, like I was being oversaturated with scripture. Like I would talk about one thing, like one time, oh my goodness. So one time I was, telling them how Psalms 91 popped up. And I went and read it on my own. And so I sent them to, I said, hey, yeah, I was watching something and Psalms 91 came up. And then they proceed to send me that scripture and then more scripture and then more scripture. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay. And I feel like they felt the need to back up everything that they said with scripture. And my thing is, we're adults, let's use our words. We don't have to always back up everything we say with evidence, you know? And then another thing was, if you this or this, you would see how much better your life would be. And I let them know twice. My life is great. I don't wake up sad, depressed. I wake up with gratitude every morning and, whatever. And I'm just like, okay. Then it was, well, you can't serve two masters. I didn't correct them on it. I didn't say it because that was actually, I think that was like maybe the second to the last text before I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, okay, yeah. So back on the serving the two masters. Okay, one, when it comes to me, for me, there is not a master that I serve. I work alongside with the divine as they do with me. I am from them and I am of them and they are of me. That's what is for me in my life. And I am not a master of them and they are not a master of me. When we work alongside, to me, for me, yeah, no, I'm not going to go. But anyways, that's how it is for me in my life. Yeah. So, yeah. So once I got to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I guess they kind of felt that because then they were asking a question and I put the ball back in their court. And then they said something else, and I'm just like, well, based on what you said you don't want to be around XYZ and whatever, whatever, whatever. So this is entirely up to you. And but at this point, I'm just like, I'm already just unwashed my hands with it. So I didn't hear anything more. And then so like the next morning, um, their response was a scripture, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, I'm good. I'm just not gonna respond. If you just can't use your words, then no, I'm good. If you feel the need to convert, if you cannot accept, and I would never, whoever is for me in this life, it's not my job to try to convert you. It's my job to let you know what it is that I stand for, what it is that I believe in, and how I move around in my life. And either you are going to be accepting of it, and either us be accepting of it, be curious of it, either want to know more about it or and respect it and accept it, but not necessarily have to be of it. If you can't even do that and you're too busy trying to convert me, then no, it's not gonna work. And yeah, that lasted all of 2 weeks, and yeah, it was good. And so now I'm just in reflection of it. Well, I was in reflection of it, and then this morning when I was watching, it made me think of that. I'm just like, whoa. I mean, is this life? Like, is this how, like, Christians are? Like, again, I'm not bashing. My daughter would tell me things about how Christians are, and I'm just like, oh, wow, like, that was some of the things that they said. This was some of the things that they did. Oh my gosh, this was like all in my face, but I didn't know any better. I'm just like, I don't know what, like, you know, what, when it comes to, I don't know. I don't know. But I was just like, wow, really everything that my daughter was telling me, because she's on her own walk with Christ, and, she sees the flaws, that comes with it when it comes to like seeking a partner. And so, yeah, it was literally just textbook behavior, textbook actions, textbook comments, and yeah. So I don't regret it. I mean, they seem like a really awesome person. It's just they couldn't get with, just what I do. I told them, because I was doing something with Reiki, I was like, oh, well, I thought you left that alone. And I'm like, no. Um, when we were having conversation at points, I said, I could possibly consider it. I never said I did or I would, stop. And we're only talking. We're not even serious. I'm not about to drop anything that I know that is true, that I know that is true and good for me in my life, just because, you know, because I like you, you know. We would have to be like serious, but even then, even if we do like become serious, I mean, who's to say that that's going to be something I said I could consider. I could have, but we were just talking. No. So, anyways, back on what I was watching this morning. So, the daughter of the lady that I was telling you about in that TV show, she was wanting to be baptized, and of course, whatever you believe, happens, before, during, and after a baptism, that's just what you believe. It's your life, and, you know, and so I got to thinking, I'm like, um, what came to mind for me is that every time I take a bath or a shower, everything I do it with intention. And I always infuse it with the intention of love, connection, healing, and release. And it's like, oh, well, it seems to me that I baptize myself every time I get in the tub or the shower. And because every time I get in, it's always, it's a meditation, it's a reflection, um, it's, of course, when you're, bathing, showering, you're cleaning, your skin. But for me, not only am I cleaning my skin, but I'm also cleaning my spirit, my soul. And I mean, for me, it's something regular for me. And again, just touching back on what I said in a couple of videos, few videos ago, about how, just your life, your terms, and you make your life is, I didn't say your life is what you make, but pretty much your life is what you make it. And the daughter was also saying that she really didn't think that, what did she call it? Was it organized religion? Something like that, organized religion. So, and that's how I felt. That's what I tried to explain to that person that I was talking to. I was like, I don't want to be pinned down to just one, just limit myself to just one religion. Like, I can take gems out of each one and apply it to my life. So that being said, people get baptized for whatever reason. They go through a whole ceremony of it. And that's beautiful. That's great. But for me, getting in a bath or a shower, I baptize myself every time, and not even realizing it. Just in this moment today, I realized, you know what? Yeah, like, that's something I do every time I get in the bath, shower. Okay, cool. And so, I don't know. So, moving forward, I'm definitely going to have to make it like known, look, this is what I stand for. And I made it known like day one. And like I said, I try to keep conversation open about it. I guess maybe I was hoping that maybe they would be, you know, at least open-minded to that. This is what I do, and I would not push that on them. I hate how the sun makes look. I got a bump on my lip, or my lip busted. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, I made it known. And I even asked them, I was like, like, what is stopping you from saying, you know what, I'm good, you're a cool person, but I think we do better off just be friends, and, or I'm just going to go my own way. And they were like, well, you're not resisting. Well, why would I resist? I respect what it is that you have to say. I respect you in your Christianity. I absolutely love that about you. And I like the sense of romantic, I love that they stood for something, and that they're, in, yeah, anyways. But it was clear from day one. So, yeah. But I feel like I probably would have to reinforce that, upon next encounter of, whenever, whoever I meet. Um, yeah. Um, and then so I have a new cycle of something old that I don't want to say I really initiated. I think it was kind of initiated from both sides. And I see the same pattern. And I feel like this is a lesson. And I am just grateful to see that I'm not my old self. And it feels pretty good. I'm pretty proud of my damn self. I would pat myself on the back, but yeah. It's unfortunate that, just some things just don't change, but it's very fortunate for things that do change, and I'm okay with it. I used to be overrun by my emotions and overthink. I still overthink, but not to the detriment of myself, how I used to. I definitely feel, how can I put this? I feel the attempts of my energy being played with, but I mean, it doesn't piss me off or get me, just outside of myself. Like I said, I just really think it's really unfortunate, and for them, for the situation, and I'm good. I don't know why this lesson. Maybe I need to prove something to myself. I don't know. Maybe I need to prove something to. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Another thing, I've been kind of digging my heels in on what I know I need to be doing. My Reiki. Yeah. I got some really good, great advice, and I need to start working on that. And I think I'm going to start on that this week. I need to quit BSing and get on my shit, because this is something I had been wanting to do. And I know that this is something I need to be doing. And I need to get up off. I need to get up off my ass. Like, honestly, right now, instead of doing this video, I could honestly be doing videos for that. But then I do have something that it's not on my time. I'm on the time of somebody else. And then, so I don't know when, whatever. But yeah, so I like to be able to know that I'm on my own time. So it may not even work out, because, it could be in the middle of a video for that, and then it's time to go. So, but, at least in this moment, I'm realizing, okay, hey, like, this week, like, get on your shit. Yeah, so it's gonna be get on my shit week. On top of all the other shit that I got going on my plate, I'm just gonna add this to the top, or just put this in high priority, and get on my shit, because I have too many people rooting for me to sleep on myself. And yeah, so I didn't want anything, just to get on here and kind of just talk about what I was in reflection on from what I saw today. Absolutely love dragon fruit. Dragon fruit for me is good for my bowels. Grow the fuck up. Don't say ill. Just drop a little gem. Get you some dragon fruit. um, but yes, I really hope y'all have a great week. And I will see you in the next one. Why didn't it stop?